So why do you think it is that we keep falling for the same play?
Because we are emotionally responsive. We respond to everything that feels good, and we also respond to everything that's uncomfortable and feel bad. There's no median for black people. We don't know how to ignore and be quiet like the Chinese did for 20 years, and then when they started speaking again, they was buying up the world's real estate.
Right.
We haven't heard anything from the Taliban lately. We haven't heard anything from Al Qaeda lately. We haven't heard anything from Afghanistan since they ran America out of there. We haven't heard from the Ku Klux Klan lately. Everybody is building and strategizing and preparing for something. Everybody's hearing from us.
Right. Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because we're in our emotions. We're not waking up with business models. When you got to get up and go to work, and you make a lot of money working, your feelings don't mean nothing. Because every day you gonna wake up and don't feel like going to work. Some days you're gonna wake up and feel like bullshitting. But if you run a business, you can't bullshit even though you feel like it.
Right.
The business governs you. It shapes your time. It navigates your life. It puts food on the table. It takes care of your kids. So you don't base your feelings off your business. Black people and people who have to deal with us always have to consider that black people are emotional people, and at some point their feelings get in the way of their progress.
Let's go. Interesting.
No, the hell it won't.
I think it was. I think it was to an extent.
I think. Are we ready to get a review? Are we ready?
Let G start
the where my boy at? Hold on, shit.
I don't know where Paul went to. I see.
Right.
I don't see Paul. Paul went.
There you go.
All right, there go Paul.
Bobby, forgive me, man. I hit the wrong button. Paul, don't fight me, man. I hit the wrong button. I'm still learning, man. Hey, don't hurt me. Yeah. So what I get from that question is why are black people so emotional? Is it stopping our progress, or is it pushing our progress?
I think that's just a bullshit narrative because all people are emotional. We are human beings. We are emotional beings. So I don't see it being black people being emotional. Now, we may be a little loud, but that's a part of our resiliency, and our resiliency is actually a superpower. We do still have more work to be done, but I disagree with the premise of this young man ideology.
What
Okay.
What about to the point where he was talking about everybody else is strategizing, and us as black people strategize, but I think we still are more so, so separated in our community and whatnot. Like Utley would say, I think he had a point there. Like everybody else is strategizing, they're not hearing from everybody else. Everybody else is just strategizing. We talk about he made the point about China, like we will shit on China and call them a poor country or a shithole or whatever, and they've been waiting 50, 60 years, and now they started BRICS and whatnot and ready try to get us to pack us the fuck up to where we not the world power no more. So I do think I get it. Everybody is emotional. I agree with that, Trey, but I think us as a people, we do need to come together on some community shit to get ahead. Like when it comes to businesses and whatnot, we still are a little segregated in that aspect.
I'd agree that we're still a little segregated and we still got work to do. I'd agree on that. But you're talking about 50, 60 years to over 1,000 and like in the
True.
totality when it comes to black. You know what I'm saying? So we still have more scrutiny to get through. We still
Yeah.
got more to come together on. We still got, you know, any person that try to disregard those into the factor is living in a fantasy to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why I say you can't have community without communication. What we're doing is powerful. What I do when I'm talking to them baby boys on the street, you know, making women feel comfortable with being approached, making black women feel comfortable with being approached from a guy who has no intention of, you know, sleeping with you. Just, you know, we can't build with who we don't trust, and you can't trust somebody who you can't communicate with. So as long as we're isolated, as long as we're independent, as long as we're quiet amongst each other, then we're not going to build the trust that is needed to start building the type of communities and the real unity that we keep on talking about.
Yeah. And I also do think we're like all this shit that's in the media, and like you said, we was talking about the corporations earlier when it comes to debt or not. There are social scientists that help, you know, these entities, you know, with the way they run, so that, you know, we are a little antagonized with some things. Like the media, what they do, they always put in bad news in the media, so we react to it. Or, you know, you put something about a black woman being, you know,
Yes.
harassed or something like that, all the black women they go rise up together in formation and ride on that. So I do think we're antagonized a little bit, but I think the fellas here and people that we have around us are more see through that and, you know not to get caught up in the emotions and whatnot. But everybody's not emotionally intelligent or whatever you want to call it in our community.
Yeah, but you also got to understand that, you know, a lot of those things that affect black people as a whole is not affecting us personally. So, like, I can't, the people that were at the graduation who may, you know, start to GoFundMe and petitions and rallies about, you know, certain events that happen like that have a different motive, have a different perspective because they felt it, you know. So a lot of the stuff that we come together on is like, okay, we felt these things, and like we spoke on the last episode, we haven't. How many millionaires is in the family? You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about debt accumulation, like we know how to do that. We know what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? So we can fall into those roles much easier. Not saying that it is right, but we could fall into stuff like that because it's what we've seen. So we're still in the process of learning and breaking and doing different. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the change. I see the change happening. I see evolution happening for black people. And as I spoke on the last episode, everybody's against everybody. Everybody, let me correct that. Everybody thinks everybody's against them. You know what I mean? So when we go out here, everything is an attack. And if you take everything personally as an attack, now you feel misunderstood. Now you don't it's fuck everybody. I don't trust nobody. You know what I mean? I don't trust nobody. Now I got to stay on guard. Now I'm paranoid. Now, you know, I'm not going to the party. I'm not going over there. And what is this meeting going to do? Nothing.
4, 3, 2, yeah, go and chill, yeah. Man, y'all watching this video, man, you ain't subscribed yet? Man, you got about 5 more seconds to go and subscribe. I'm gonna finish up with this person right here, man. Hey, subscribe to this channel, man. We got work to do. All right, let's get back to it.
So I ain't going. You know, like all of that, it's always deeper than the surface, bro. It's always deeper than the surface, and everybody is emotional to me. That's all for all humans. You know what I'm saying? So China and like just because we ain't hearing about them, don't mean that they building. What buildings do you know about what they doing? You know what I'm saying?
They in Africa, have you?
Yeah.
They in Africa heavy.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You know, violence.
Let's see.
What building do we know that they're doing? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And
that's. I think that goes into. I need to cut you off, but
no, you good.
I mean, I think black people as a whole, like an emotional ghetto black woman that broke up with you. They're emotional. They have excuses on everybody else is the problem. They never take accountability. They always point the finger the other way. We don't. There's always a reason why something has happened instead of just taking accountability and doing better.
I could tell you.
I think we pride ourselves off of just because they do it, we ain't doing it, or just because if we down, everybody else do it, or somebody made us do it, or somebody. It's always something else instead of just being like, you know what, we just messed up. We just need to fix it ourselves. Ain't nobody fault, but we need to fix ourselves. I've never heard a black person really say that instead of being like, we just need to change. And I agree with them. I agree with them. Yeah, black people are victims. Instead of just being like, we can hear something and just be like, you right. No, well, we do this and we do this. It sound like a girl talking to me. Like it'd be like, bro, maybe we just wrong. No, we ain't wrong because we went through this and we did this and did this. And how about you just wrong? How about black people just? Why can't we just say as a whole we wrong and we just need to fix it? Nobody's need to help us. We need to figure it out and we need to fix it instead of just blaming other people. It's like a lot of shame, there's a lot of guilt on everybody else. And then as soon as we say something, it'll be like, well, they ain't doing nothing either. The Asian not doing something. How about we ain't talk about them? We talk about us. We need to focus on us. We don't need to worry about us. We need to focus on us. That's where the emotion come in. That's when I believe him. He might be right. Every time we say something bad, it's always, well, it is. We are emotional. We go straight to emotional instead of going to logic and just changing something. And I think that's a big problem. That's a big problem with us. It's a big problem.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I got a question. What did we get wrong?
But I didn't say we mean like get wrong.
You said sometimes we just gotta sit back and say, yo, we just wrong. Like what do we get wrong?
A lot. We're the most. I said. Run down, we're still the most unhealthy, which we put on ourselves. We don't have the most families that's on ourselves. We're killing each other at a ridiculous rate that's on ourselves. I mean, we don't do a lot of the things that we can control. I understand that there's some stuff we can't control. I mean, I know that there's something that we cannot control because there's other factors. But the things that we can control in our realm, we just don't do it as a whole. And it's just, I think that goes in the factor of us not progressing like we should be. I believe that I mean, I'm not to disgrace on any other race, but I believe that we're probably the smartest. We're the most athletic. We look the best. We have all this stuff. We have everything on it. Yes, that's what I'm saying. We are the best. I don't care what nobody say. We look the best. We good. All that stuff. Just everything. But for some reason, we cannot detach the emotional side and just become more. How can I say? It's just basically get rid of the emotional side and do what we have to do as people. That's what we're not doing.
The point I'm trying to get to is, why do you think we want to do wrong and everybody else don't want it, and everybody else?
No, black people want to do wrong.
But I'm asking you why though. Why is it specifically black people? Why don't white people want to do wrong or any other race?
Because they like it.
What are you talking about, bro?
Black people like wrong. Black people like guns. They like having baby mamas. They like the rap music.
People
they like the curves. Are you not listening? We like it. We like it, bro. We like it. We love Kevin Gates. We love rappers. We love smoking weed. We love everything that's bad. We do. We love it.
What is
we love it. We love it. I mean, we have it on our playlist. We love it all.
What is wrong about that? Because I know plenty of white people that love
There you go.
all of
Watch
the
this.
above.
Watch this. We go back to the white people. Instead of staying on black people, we go.
I already know you about to go there, Trey.
Exactly. It's proving my point. It's proving it. It's proving
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Watch,
because
you say, okay, what about white people?
You're saying.
That's one at a time, fellas. One at a time.
You're saying. No, sir, because he's trying to get me turned up. You're saying that it's wrong for black people to like these certain things that everybody likes. What is wrong with it?
Because we supposed to be. You just said we're gods. We're supposed to be leaders, not followers.
What is wrong?
So if they do it, you just said it. They did it. You just said it.
I'm saying it's normal shit. So it ain't shit that
normal to you. It's not normal to me. It's not normal.
It's not normal to you, but it's normal shit.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's so dysfunctional. It's so dysfunctional. Y'all made it normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal.
It's a part of our culture until you go into black people like having baby mamas. Black people like having guns. Like everybody like having guns. Everybody got baby mamas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of wicked to label that. If we talking about niggas, then I understand what we talking about.
Okay, so Chris,
you know what I'm saying?
So Chris, you don't have the statistics in front of you, but can you think offhand who has? You said talk about
Told you them stats.
Off the two, had to have no statistics in your mind. Looking outside, do you think that black people have are killing each other more than white on white in black and black, or do you think black people have more baby mamas too? I'm talking to Chris, man. I'm talking to Chris.
Why are we
Hold on, Trey.
I just gonna talk to white people when we were talking about black. I thought that wasn't wrong.
Trey,
what do you think, Chris?
I'm not gonna lie. I need to rehear the question because I was trying to. Please.
Yeah, I was trying to get it out. So, do you think that black people have?
Because you're a contradictory.
Yeah, dang, bro.
Go ahead. See what happened?
We ain't have to.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, Trey, don't get the question out. Don't get the question out, Trey. Don't get the question out. Go ahead, G.
Hey, bro. All right, so offhand, you looking outside.
Right.
Do you think black people have the most dang, I messed my words up. Most kids out of wedlock? And do you think that we have the most black on black crime out here other than other cultures? Do you think that thinking?
Because of my environment, yes. I
agree because of your environment. I agree because of the environment, but do you think that's correct?
No.
Okay.
May I?
No, it's not actually.
Okay.
May I?
Statistically, it's not.
May I?
Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
I have never seen a people create more babies than Mexicans.
Hey, he brought out the joke. He brought out the joke.
Brought out the trump card.
Mexicans do got a lot of babies.
So we not we not the image, bro. This is where niggas get hoodwinked, bro. We not the image of that shit. And just because a black guy with a gun has been promoted to be the thug, has been promoted to be the killer, he's the gangster, he's the threat. White people give kids guns at 4 or 5 years old for a birthday present. I never saw this shit before until... Guns. Yeah, no, the hell it ain't. No, the hell it ain't. No, the hell it ain't, bro.
What do you say? Hold on. What do you say?
I said registered. Like, they teach them in a controlled environment, not just, pull the blicky out on camera and flex it.
Right. Yeah, you too. I give you that.
It seems like Jaws was registered too.
Thank you. And they in the woods and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just because a camera ain't on them, don't mean that it ain't happening. And them guns are not registered. Them motherfuckers customizing their weapons. This shit look like Gears of War. I never seen no shit like that. You can't even name the gun. You know what I'm saying? Shit got a chainsaw on it. What the fuck? And you talk about black people? Nigga.
Hey, they think it's a game, but he ain't speaking nothing. The white boys, they're the real threat. They the real threat. I'm trying to tell you, like, it's not us. It's really not us. They do shit to stir shit, and because they know how we act, and that's exactly what he was talking about on that that recording.
You said, hold on, say it again. You said they do what?
They stir shit up because they know how we act.
Why do we react to it?
Emotions.
Oh.
At the end of the day, we never had shit. So the only thing I have is my pride. You're not gonna play with it.
I just want to make sure you said it because we're emotional.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It definitely plays a lot with emotions. But at the end of the day, emotions come stronger, or come a lot less stronger when I got 250,000 in the bank. Mine might not be so emotional. You know what I'm saying? Versus me living paycheck to paycheck and a nigga really playing in my face. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like my stress level. My stress level is different. I got 250,000. My kids living good. We going on vacation. Everybody good. Everybody. So I might be a lot less calm to a situation.
Do black people do some black people have money?
Yeah, and those are the ones we talking about. They the chill ones. Cause we're not talking about all black people don't just snap. I'm not a snapper. You gotta really disrespect me. You really gotta really disrespect me for me to get on your ass. But it's like once we there, we there. It ain't no turning around. Once we
so
got
you're saying
there,
so the difference is what you said is it I'm not saying you said it, but you think the difference is you think that because we react emotionally because we don't have money?
I would say basically.
So money causes people to be emotional?
I would say environment. I would say environment.
Like you said, my environment. If my
I would
kids
say environment.
my bills are paid up, I'm not worried about. I'm sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm just saying my bills are paid up, my kids straight. I'm not worried about nothing. Car oil change, no tire. We not worried about no tires. I can take it down to the people. Whatever you get, my life is in order. I'm not really worried about anything, but making sure that everybody else is straight the correct way. Maybe I am for relaxed and chill. But at the end of the day, when I'm paycheck to paycheck, this breaking down, I'm unexpected bills. Now I got to pay this, and I got to ask somebody for that. And then something, once you're playing in my face at a certain time in my life, you're gonna feel me. Like we was talking about earlier. You not, because I'm real calm once I say, yo, bro, I'm good on all that. I don't want to do all that. But when we can't understand that after a while, it's like, hey, you know what I mean? I don't really want to. It's just a different emotion when you broke. I'm sorry. It is.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Go ahead. I'll go next. Go ahead.
Here's the thing that we as men don't acknowledge. The emotion is not to be detached. The emotion is not to be detached. There's always emotion in the fucking factor of the problem, bruh. Them people who you talking about retaliating or doing better, when you had to do better, it's because you felt what doing bad was. You felt that shit. It's an emotional reaction. Yes, all right. That's not a debate. I'm just facts.
How was that not a debate?
That's just facts,
you ever been to jail? You ever been to jail?
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
You never been to jail? Have you been to jail?
Why you move? Why you move states?
What do you mean why I move states?
It was an emotional reaction. It might be logical problems, but it was the emotion. When you felt something, shit gotta change. I gotta make something happen. And even if it's radical, even if it's a big change, shit gotta happen. I'm gonna make this move. Gone.
Yo, what's up, FMF Mob? What's good, yo? Hey, I want to thank y'all for all the subscribers that we got. We clicked over 100 subscribers, but we looking, man, we need more support. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you like the videos and keep showing us support. Y'all take care.
It's emotion. You bring the logic with it, but it's emotion. We can't detach those. It's those combined that helps us make the proper decisions. And if you're more emotional, then you're more liable to act out your body and do some wild. Sure. Now, you talk about black on black crime. When you're in a black community, who is there to fight? Black. So when people, we go get the trailer park, them people be hitting each other with axes and shit. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't hearing about that. You know what I mean? So I can't keep taking the attacks on my people for the normal shit, and then it's labeled as black and wrong. We're not wrong, bruh. We just, yeah, we got to do better, and that all comes into play, but we're not wrong, bruh. And you can't detach the emotion from it. You got to control the emotion, acknowledge the emotion, and make a logical decision.
Go ahead, G.
Bluefish.
Yeah,
Nah,
go ahead, G.
well,
I know G said you wanted to say something.
Oh dang. I forgot. I apologize. I was just amazed. I think.
I got time today. I just plugged the charger in this bitch. I'm ready.
What's my charger? It's about to get spicy.
No, but what I would say to that is, I think Trey. I think what G and in particular Charleston White was talking about is the rate that they say we kill each other compared to other communities.
It's not a
And
comparison.
I agree with that, but I think some of the factors that play along with it, and not saying it's right or wrong, because we shouldn't be killing our brothers and our sisters regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about right or wrong, but when you put a lot of the stuff that happened is the projects. So you got hundreds or thousands of people in a small section with limited resources, with a bunch of stress and everything like that. Like if you put any group of people in a bunch of different areas like that, and you don't give them the proper education, the financial education. When you look at a lot of these city schools compared to the county schools, the school systems and everything is not right and all of that stuff. So when you take resources out of someplace, or they don't have as many resources, put a bunch of people together, like Chris said, with a bunch of the normal day-to-day stresses, and people feel like they don't got no way out, this is what results from that. Now, what we got to do, and what the purpose of this podcast and with the things that we're doing, is to show people like, yo, like there's other avenues. You don't got to sell drugs to make it out the hood. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever like that. You can start your own businesses. You got these other avenues that, because people think, we think, you know, I didn't grow. I was in the projects for like a little short time, but I don't really remember it. My parents worked hard. They got me out the project, so I don't know what that life was really like. But when I go and sit and talk to people, and I talk to them about stuff that's normal to me, they like, yo, like what? I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like some of our people are ignorant to some of the things that's out here, and ignorant mean they haven't been exposed to a lot of these things. And so the key is to get them more exposure to some of these positive things, and getting them out of certain environments so they can see like, yo, like I know some people, they ain't never been out of Richmond before, yo. Like never been out of Richmond. Richmond is all they know. So all they know is what's inside of Richmond. So, but when you start expanding people's minds and giving them access and exposure to different things, now they can make different choices a lot of the times that they didn't even know they was even aware of. So I think not excusing, because I'm not excusing our behavior, but part of the issue is they don't have the same exposure. And you can say, yeah, it's on social media and all of that stuff, but a lot of people don't even believe what they see on social media for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think
it's going. Talking about black people, or we talking about niggas?
Right.
What we talking about? Because niggas is everywhere. So, but it's a lot of black people I know where, you know, they calm. I'm calm. I'm cool. I have a house. I have cars. I have, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to just flash off like I used to, because I can lose a lot. I lose a lot by flashing off.
That's part of the thing, yo. A lot of people, especially in these certain neighborhoods and stuff like that, what they got to lose?
They don't got nothing to lose.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what we got to? If I take his life, I said, yo, I legit I met a homeless dude. He was trying to go to jail because he know he gonna get food and a place to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's people out here that's living these type of lifestyles that we just not really aware of. Now, do they have the same opportunity? They in the same world and they got opportunities, but they just might not have been exposed to them. But once you get the exposure, it's up to you to take it enough after that. But I think the key is more personal exposure, and we're not just talking about looking on your social media. You know what I'm saying? We're not just talking about what you see on TV or whatever like that. Getting people out of certain environments so they can see different things and possibly make better or different decisions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
I think it's already getting better.
What you mean?
It's been worse.
I think it's worse.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's not gonna be
Give a nigga some money.
It's
That's
not
it.
gonna niggas gonna get money. They gonna buy more. Niggas get more money. They gonna buy more Mercedes and more Gucci.
Exactly.
He'll be happy though. And he'll have something to lose.
I think the way the our culture, not our culture or the black culture, I think is gonna end up killing itself. Yeah, I think other people gonna watch it burn.
That's not, bro.
I don't agree with that.
I mean, everybody has it. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
Okay, I don't agree with it.
Y'all, this is a podcast. Y'all have your own opinion. I think that's my opinion. Y'all have to have my opinion.
I've been quiet, bro. I'm listening. Explain.
Yeah, please.
I think we're gonna continue to our health is gonna continue to go down. We're not gonna build. We're gonna continue to have a lot of single parents. It's still gonna keep going down the same way it's gonna go down. It is. We're gonna. It's gonna. I don't see it going anywhere. I see other people from other countries coming in and taking over. We're not financially wealthy. We don't value wealth. We value just material. That's why we're the biggest spenders as far as with merchandise and buying cars and things that don't really matter or hold wealth. I mean, I don't see it getting any better. Even though I'm a part of this, I'm a part. Of course, I'm a black man, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening because we were there at one point. We were there at one point in the 60s and 50s and 70s when we had families and we were doing well. But ever since then, it's just been going down from the decisions that we make as a whole. And
bro,
I'm a part of it.
Let Keith talk real quick. Keith want to say something.
I tend to think like G does, but the only thing I keep in the back of my mind is that in humanity, because the minute we start giving up in we're humans, the minute we start giving up in humanity, that's when we really will fail. And that's my little 2 cents right there. I get it, G. Like I'll be right there with you. I'm like, man, is it even worth trying? Like you be ready to give up some days, like let's stop trying to help so much people and just help myself. That's part of the cycle, you know.
Oh yeah, I don't want to give up. I don't want to say that I'm giving. I would never give. I'm not a give up person. I said that's why I do this podcast with us. I like having us all in here because y'all my boys. I love talking and trying to help our community. That's why I want to do my part. I'd rather go down swinging. I'm that type of dude. I ain't gonna lay down and take a knockout. I ain't gonna go down. I like going down swinging. That's my
mindset. That's mindset. So, why you think you're going down?
Hey, no. Hey, Trey, can I want to say something real quick, Trey. I don't think that's black culture. It's American culture. Every race is getting progressively worse right now. It's not just us. Everybody's saving less money. Everybody's not staying in marriages longer. Like we might be the worst of the worst, but everybody's progressively getting worse. So is it just a black thing or is this an American society thing? You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at the numbers, I'm just going black and we'll go black and white. Black and whites, because I don't know what this. It seems like the Spanish thriving right now, so I can't really speak to them right now. But the black and whites, all of us is declining right now, and I think that's not more so an American thing, a black thing. I think that's an American thing. we just looking at the worst of the worst. But if everybody's declining, it's not just a us thing. This is a American society thing. Then, if that's the case,
I don't see where we are the worst, bro. I don't see where we are.
I don't agree with that, but I'm just we sticking to G's statistics. You know what I'm saying? I want to stick to the statistics because I don't got no proof to refute it right now.
Oh,
But
and I'm
with those statistics,
and I'm frozen. I think my camera died, but I'm still here, y'all. Don't I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah, you on your model shit. We ain't seen no statistics either. He ain't show me no statistics that say we the worst. And again, stats are not facts. That shit ain't come from who? Probably a white person that don't like black people. So fuck them stats, nigga. That shit don't matter.
Hey, yo, Trey turned up, yeah.
It's about what we had the whole episode about. What are you paying attention to? Because me, I'm like I said, I'm in the trenches. I don't know about y'all. I can't speak for y'all, but I'm in the trenches. I'm in the projects, all of them around me. And I see black love. I see families. I see, people trying. I done helped people get jobs. We talk about finances and all of this while I'm working. So I see the change. We got a whole community of people who comes out in the morning on a Sunday to work out, to start their day. And then, everybody's I see more black vegans talk about our health. I see more black vegans than anything. I see, more spiritual enlightenment. I see all of this stuff. I see the progress. So when you say black people, this is just wrong. I don't see it, bro. And the stats are not proving it.
But that's why I said I think it's getting better. I do think, me personally, we can only go based off our perspective. But just like what Trey said, that's why I feel like we doing better. Because a couple of years ago, it might be more exposure to me because as I'm starting to get more in the business mindset, I'm starting to try to get more in the community and different things like that.
There you go.
I start to, what I'm saying, over these last couple of years, pretty much everything Trey said, I've been seeing more of that. I know about 10 black vegans off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? 5 years ago, I only knew one. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like we're making slow but sure progress. And right. I think and for me and how I'm carrying it is I try to focus and shed light on, the positive things and the things people are doing in the community. That's why I said part of the change and part of the things that why I feel like we got hope, kind of like what Keith's saying, is the humanity. And it's the fact that all us on here, we trying, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what's going on? I don't know what's going to happen with my businesses and everything like that. In the day, I'm going to go, like G said, I'm going to fight and I'm going to keep trying. And as long as I can change one person and make an effect on one person, and I know I'm making an effect on more than one person, it's a revolving thing, man. And so for me, because of what I see, I gotta say, I do feel more hopeful. Now we go through situations like we just went through the tragedy and everything, and it brings you back to reality. You know what I'm saying? What you're really dealing with. But I just see too many amazing gods and goddesses doing so much amazing stuff, man. Even though I didn't grow up in the hood, I was around there because when I was young, I used to do outreach ministry. So I was around Creighton Court and things like that, man. And I know a lot of people, they just don't. It's a lot of times, man. It's the resources, man. A lot of certain communities got community centers. You can send your kids and stuff to the school. A lot of kids got to stay home and look after themselves because their parents can't afford a babysitter. So they teach you, they raising themselves. And then you got a homeboy on the corner. That's who they looking up to. They going out there building a relationship with him. Now that's what he want to be. That's what he look up to, along with seeing that on TV. And like I said, it's a total thing far as media, far as your environment, far as lack of resources, far as lack of money, all of these things that is a fact the American society put on people that it leads to these situations.
Right, and then you got
Because
stuff like
I want to say
it's still everybody else's fault.
no, nigga.
Time out. I said the American people. That's why I didn't say black, because I knew you was gonna do that. It's happening. It's in America. This is happening in America. America. We just had conversations about America don't promote healthy eating. America don't. I said America because I knew you was gonna try to say, oh, it's everybody else's fault. This is the American society. So it affects us, and all I'm focused on is it's affecting us as black people, but it's affecting other people too. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? It's affecting everybody that's in the society. It's not just I'm only focused on how we can better ourselves as black people. I want everybody to be good. Like, I ain't trying to say nothing like that, but my focus is black people, but it's happening to everybody though.
So like, it's like, say this situation, like you have a lovely young lady, you have a daughter. I ain't seen her in a while. Tell her I said what's up. You know, dang man. Tell Uncle G gone. I'll be back. You know.
All
right. So
yo, that's
like, I think
real quick. The only time G be real soft, I see him when my daughter come around, he's like, Paul, you too hard on him, man.
I be weakness for daughters, man. It's like they look at you like they can't do nothing wrong. I don't know why, man. It's the eyes. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Look at them eyes of every person.
Like, nigga. What's the name? Like, let's say that you can't. Let's say that you can't get no money for the rent or nothing like that, and then be like, dang, you can't get no money. And she be like, dang, daddy, what are we supposed to do? You can't be like, man, they fired me, man. I can't get no money right now. So I mean, it's them, man. I don't know what to do. Is it like the same situation, or is it a little bit different?
I would say, I think that play into a lot of the factors is because when you can't, like I say, it go back to like the resources and everything, man. Where when you don't, oh my bad. Let's say you got a situation like that. If you ain't been taught financial education, so now you don't know, hey, I should have 6 to 8 months saved up. You get fired. You don't got no money now, right? And your daughter is, need diapers or whatever. And you see homeboy on the corner because this is what's in front of you. This is the environment that you grew up in. And you see they making quick money. It's instead of going to a job and waiting 2 weeks to get a paycheck. And then if it's off the off week, you only gonna get a half a paycheck. And then you gotta wait another 2 weeks to get a full paycheck. And you see homeboy out there on the corner, he making $1,000, $2,000 in like a couple of days. Mm-hmm. People start weighing out their options now. You know what I'm saying? But if you ain't never been in that environment, you ain't never gonna think to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never gonna think to do that because it's not around you. When you in certain environments, you get faced with certain dilemmas. A lot of people join gangs not because they want to, they need protection. They don't want to get beat up every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff is self-preservation for a lot of people in certain neighborhoods. Not saying it's right, but we gotta address why people are doing it. And so if we can address why people are doing it, maybe we could give them some different options so they can make different decisions. And that's why I think the resources are so important.
Okay.
Resources are important. In that situation, I still always go back to communication, because even if we have to live out the car, baby girl, this is what we're doing for right now. You know what I'm saying? I still could take care of you some way, somehow. And your options are more vast nowadays. So if you have a vehicle, then shit, baby girl coming with me on these DoorDash. It's summertime. You ain't in school anyway. You coming on this DoorDash, this Instacart. We're going to run it up real quick. Shit, I can stack my bread, get back on my feet. Another thing that we don't do, because we got too much pride, and we've gotten shut down a lot. See, this is what I'm saying, like opposition mentality, we're still developing. Why wouldn't you be able to reach out to one of your loved ones? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't you be able to, hey, I'm on, before it gets to that level, why shouldn't we be able to talk to one another? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm struggling. Like, honestly, I'm struggling and this paycheck ain't working, or I feel like my boss, intimidated by, because you can get fired for anything. And most jobs nowadays, 'Cause I think I've been the main one, like, working jobs lately. Most jobs nowadays, within the hiring process, they make you sign something that says you understand that you could be terminated at will at any moment without a given reason. You literally, to get the job, you have to agree that you could be terminated without an explanation. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can go to,
that's a Virginia thing. That's
yeah,
a state law. Yeah.
Shine. Get your shine on.
Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. Hey, so, hey, I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, hey, I got the lavender one. It helped me sleep good. 'Cause I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene.
Yeah.
Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating. It's light. It lasts all day. You don't got to use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt. So I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody.
Shine.
Hey, look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jar too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
you know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I'm saying. It's always more factors to it. And then in the impoverished areas, not saying black people, but in the impoverished areas, the taxes are actually higher. The taxes are actually higher. And then when you could pay the taxes, but we don't have no control over where these taxes go. So when they don't get the funding for schools, they don't get the roads are jacked up. So now you always, Southside, you always got to do maintenance on your car, because regardless of what route you take, your car getting jacked up. It's all a blend, bro. You know what I mean? So communication, resources, all of that is factored in, and you gonna feel that. So yeah, some emotion gonna be tied to it too. But we should be able to talk to one another to help each other out, and that's where we're getting. That's where I come into play with the communication is. Don't feel like you got to have so much pride that you can't tell me that you down bad. I done sent money to some of my homeboys. You know what I'm saying? That's not my first option, but like I also said, I done helped people get jobs. You know what I mean? I done showed them some more options. You're limited to your thinking. So when you sit in your isolation and you stuck in your thinking, the only thing you could think is what you thinking, and you think that is it. You're limiting yourself. That's why it does good to talk to other people. Somebody else could present you an opportunity. So you used to talk to Paul, man, hey, you can come work on my team. You can make some money today, literally. Go talk to that person and tell them about this insurance plan. I'll walk you through it, and I'll let you get the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can make $300 today. What? By going to talk to somebody? It's an opportunity. But you don't know those opportunities if you don't ever open your mouth. Can't nobody help you with the problem that don't nobody know that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So if you see these so you have those are some good solutions for black people. I agree with them all. What do you think is if other cultures are probably doing it, why don't we do it? Why do you think we don't do it?
You're not gonna like my answer. You're not gonna like my answer. Because it's been, I don't want to use promotion, but it's been repeatedly shown to not trust black. And at some point, after you repeatedly get
what do you mean
same
shown?
word,
what do you mean shown? I'm sorry.
Anywhere that you, there you go.
I'll say it again. I hear you.
Shows, news, wherever you want to however you want to.
Any form of media.
So the media,
and keep you going in and out,
I
please.
understand. So the media. So from that conclusion, do you, are black people not smart enough to not do things on media?
What are you asking?
Like
I'm just asking a question. You said it's the media and other people. Are they smart enough to not do it from the media, or we just they control us, or we can't control ourselves?
See, the media that I'm talking about is other people's narratives of what is happening with us, not necessarily what is happening with us.
But we're gods. We can control ourselves. The media can control us. Why can't we not listen to it? Why you think?
You know how rumors are. You know what I'm saying? It could be a falsification. You could appeal to it. You could not believe in it, and it's still gonna spread. You know what I'm saying? So you can not, but it still spreads. It's like an infection. You know what I mean? And
am I super? I'm like superhuman because I don't do the media. Am I like super like a super black?
No, because you still.
I'm trying to figure. I'm just trying to get to the root. I'm trying to get to the root, man. Am I special or something? Are we special made?
I put it like this.
You're special. You're special, but you're not away from the media. You brought that Charleston.
I see it all the time. I see all the killing. I see all the baby mamas. I see all the crack. I just be like, and I say no.
That's what you're paying attention to.
I mean, everybody's. But you said the media portrays it, so they see it too.
It's what you pay.
But you're more in.
How do I do it, Keys? How do I not do it? How do I not do it? Please tell me. I want to know.
You're just more in tune with what's real out here and what's not. Like you.
Because I'm super. I'm like Batman.
You're not super. Like none of us are superhuman, but you are.
I'm trying to figure it out, man. Because they watch the same stuff. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah. You're right.
Hey, no, we don't. What it is, bro? In any race, some people get it, some people don't.
But
you got some people
I don't know too much about your life, but I would just take it back to the day after I got injured when we were all at your father's house. One thing I noticed about you, you had structure. You had like your father. You know, you tell the story all the time. Your father looked you in your face and told you, you know, this is what you got to do. You know, everybody ain't got that, bro. And I'm not saying that's an excuse, but that's a leg up on a lot of people out here. You know, not saying you're privileged or anything like that.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
like you got different exposures.
That's me outside looking in. Like I didn't have a father, but I still, you know, figured. Hey, I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna do this. Like, and I just.
So you super too? You super too?
I am super Keith, man. Big Keith, man.
Yeah, Big Keith.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, G. Do you think the majority of black people doing right or wrong?
And like as a whole, like with everything?
Yes.
As a whole? I wouldn't say not all, but I would say a majority. Not all, though. Not all, no. I'll be lying if I say all, but I would say majority. But majority could be 51%, and the other one is 49. So majority, that's the majority.
Yeah,
I don't say like 90. I don't say like 98 and 2. No, come on, no. That's no. But I would say majority, but not all. No.
Man, and that's the thing, man. I think first off, with media sensationalize everything. That's what media is for. The play on people's fears and emotions.
Yeah.
It's promotion. You know what I'm saying? So when I think about it from my standpoint it's like I just can't. I can only go by what I see, man, and I just see more people doing right by us, you know, and more people doing, you know, trying to do their best with the situations and stuff that's handed to them. Then I see really trying to do the opposite. But negative news spread faster than positive news. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just want to hear negativity all the time. So when you hear negative stuff, that stick with you more and longer than a lot of times when you hear a lot of positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of thriving. Like I saw was like we was talking about vegans, like new vegan and everything like that. Like yo, like that's a black woman that got a million or multi-million-dollar business that blew up in like 3 or 4 years. I think it's like somewhere between 3 to 5 years.
It's good
And so
too.
many people,
That joint
and so
banging.
many people that's making it and that's doing big things. And then to go back to our conversation too a while ago about that $45,000, it's a lot of average and ordinary people that's just making it and that's getting by and that's taking care of what they got to take care of. So the narrative, the narrative, man, I just don't. I can't rock with that or agree with that, man. Because
Do you think?
I just don't see it.
Do you think people that don't have a lot of money can still be good citizens?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. I think they can, but I think they get more challenges. It's more challenging
What do you mean? What do you mean more challenging?
because when money gets like Chris said earlier, when money gets tight, your stress levels go up. Now you thinking more from an emotional space than
it make you rob and kill and have a lot of babies.
Not even that. Sometimes it make you just fight somebody. Sometimes make you cut somebody out. So, I'm not gonna say those things attribute to that. But what I'm saying is, yeah. I'm going for that. But
I'll just be asking questions, man. Y'all be saying I just be asking questions.
What
I
I'm
just want to know
saying
the
is,
answers, man.
what I'm saying is, when you're dealing in private areas like Trey was talking about, a lot of times in those areas you do see those issues, and that's not even just in Black community. That's in a lot of dang.
And that's because they feel misunderstood and want to be heard. So how important is it to be heard?
So they don't get hurt, they get violent.
It can get that way. I told you we the most resilient people. That is our strength. So yeah, we bounce back. That is our strength.
Resilient against what?
Against opposition.
Which is us.
It's not us. It's whatever's in front of us.
Is us.
We are against each other, but we also are against the forces that be. We just accessible. We're not opposing us. Yeah, Paul go. We just accessible.
So when we be seeing like dudes doing drive-bys against Black people, that's the resilience.
That's a personal situation. So they could be being resilient towards a personal situation.
That could be the media showing a drive-by, and then the Black person be like, I want to do a drive-by.
I have never seen that.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why they want to do it?
I understand that, but I've never seen like somebody like influenced like that. I've never seen somebody influenced like that, bro. Somebody doing a drive-by, they usually have a motive. It's not usually on a random. Oh, there go some Black people. That's white shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some Black people. I'm gonna go shoot the crowd. That's not. Even the one who did that, and just because it's a recent activity that happened, a recent event, we keep on bringing this back up. But even at the graduation, he had a specific target. You know what I'm saying? He probably unloaded the clip, but he had specific targets. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, they pushed over my lady's grandparents and all that stuff, man. I was like, what in the world? She called me all emotional.
But did we hear anything about the graduation prior to that? Did we see, oh, look at, how many people graduated? Look at this Black class or anything like that?
No, I ain't hear nothing from it.
There was nothing highlighting good. You just going, oh, there's something bad. That's news. We can get some rates off of that. We can get some stats off of that. Let's push it because it's going to get attention. You know what I mean? But we ain't hearing about it's a whole lot of success going on in the Black community. And it's a whole lot of healing. It's a whole lot of progress being made. It's a whole lot of coming together. It's a whole lot of unity. I'm a walking testament of it, so I can speak on it clearly, because in these same neighborhoods that people claim are so threatening and dangerous, why am I more comfortable? Why am I more lax? You know, like, fuck what a stat is. Like, I know I'm great, but to what your point, what your opinion was, you said nobody is special.
Right.
So if that's the case, then there should be no different circumstances for nobody. So how is it that I'm not getting attacked? I'm not getting the same type of threats. It's more so because I have empathy, and I know that when people approach me on whatever, it's just not, it's not what it could escalate to. And I de-escalated prior to that, you know.
Man,
so
it's true. I mean, cut you up. I say some things that are joking, all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's not a joking matter. Like I said in previous podcasts, it's frustration, and not and it gets old after a while, because we're both getting to all of us are getting, we're out of our 20s. We getting to a point where we're our 30s. We've seen a lot. We've done a lot. We've seen a lot. I've met a lot of people. You met a lot of people. We all met a lot of people. And for some reason, I know your personal stuff. We all know our personal, because we talk behind the stage and we only talk about our personal stuff. But I've seen that we've gone through a lot of different stuff in different type of walks. And it sometimes it breaks your heart, and not understanding why you choose to do certain things a wrong way, and you're seeing that it does not work. And for some reason, we have it in our head that we be able to change and create and make a better way. And other Black people cannot see it, even though we can put it in their face. We can have programs. We could do all this stuff. For some reason, you still want to go the other way. So sometimes it comes out of frustration, and it's anger when you can't see your other people see the light and just push it when it's right in front of you. Like, you just don't want to do it. And I don't think it is part of it is, I can agree sometimes it is pushed with some kind of media. It could be pushed with the way that we've grown up and what we always seen from generation to generation. But we always come back to that same question: when will it stop? We can't forever say it's the same reason over and over, because we're gonna say this until 2080. And we could be still saying they still did this to us, bro. All right, bro, we gotta change eventually. Like, gosh, bro. Like, it's old.
Just because it's old don't mean it's not a factor, and just because it's a factor don't mean that you're playing victim to it. History repeats itself when you don't acknowledge the history. So it's okay for it to be said.
But it's already been acknowledged. How long we gotta acknowledge it?
It's not. Obviously, it hasn't. If we still going through the same troubles.
What else? What else can they do? What else more can they do? Tell me, what else more can they? Are they gonna give us reparations? Do they need to give us all $1 million? What else do they need to do? I need to know. What is gonna be the solution? What's the solution? What else more that other people can do for Black people to help them do better? What else?
No, I was just talking to his point of acknowledgement. We acknowledge it, but and I know what you gonna say, the rest of the world not acknowledging it because they don't give a fuck. And so, and if we're all in that system, that same system together, like what the fuck do we do? Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
As far as the acknowledgement point,
what can other cultures do to help us?
Get out the way.
True. I was about to say that too.
That sound like that line from y'all seen Malcolm X?
Yeah.
When the white girl came to her and she said, "What can I help you with?"
You can get out my way.
he said something. He said nothing or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Denzel.
Yeah, but what do you mean, Trey? As like get out the way? What you mean?
How can I explain?
Hey fellas, I'm gonna jump off right quick.
Yeah.
I love y'all. I got some stuff to do. I don't
I know
even.
we've been on here a minute, man. We may
Yeah,
have to.
it's been
We've
an
been on
hour and
this
a half.
joint. Dang,
It's gonna have to
we've
be.
been rolling, man.
This gonna have to be one of them long episodes. But yeah, I'm gonna
Exactly.
holler
We
at
may have
y'all.
to. We gonna put a pin in this, man, because this ain't gonna be the first time. Because this is our podcast, and that's the number one reason we started this podcast, to help men, and the second thing is to help our people and our culture. So I mean, we don't want to dumb it down to just a black culture, but we do want to help who is ours in our community. So I want to thank everybody for coming out and listening to this joint. Make sure y'all watch the replay. This ain't gonna be the last one. But we spicing it up over here on the FMF podcast. And with my guys, this is what we do here, man. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So,
And
man, I appreciate you, Keith, man. I
yeah,
really appreciate you.
we got all talk soon too about what you, because Trey, like I said, Trey mentioned it to me Sunday and you mentioned it to me today. So
Exactly. So we'll do that, man. We definitely gonna talk about it a little bit more, man.
Yeah. Got to.
Let them know. Get us out of the way, Trey. We about to get out of here.
All right, man. Listen, that was the FMF podcast. We're gonna have more guests come on. We're gonna have some more people sharing their opinion. And if you, man, and you want to come on here and share your opinion, man, you ain't gotta do nothing but join on. We're here for you. And every one of y'all got a voice, so use it and speak.
Facts. Facts. All right. We'll holler at y'all, man. See y'all on the next one.